then I will show the remote. Eamon, will you be able to connect to DC David? Okay. Okay, good. But I'm going to use this computer to do something, and then I just want to turn on the server, and then we can do something. Okay. You're a fan, okay? Okay, I need to let you on. Let me actually just go and not on your computer. I know. Okay, don't kill that window. Okay. All right, so at least you can try the following. I'm actually going to run the local computer. So let me actually do a demo very quickly. This code I'm going to upload. CDYSD, UC Davis. I'm going to clean it, make clean. Wait a minute, why? The window is gone. Is that back? Okay, now it's back. Okay, now let's get track. Okay, so this code is on the GitHub. I'm actually going to upload there, actually. Okay, but let me show you what we need to do. I have a piece of code which is very similar to what I gave you on Monday. This is other than that is actually just I changed something called shadow person instead of shadow thing. So now I have a shadow person, I have a shadow thing. And I'm going to run this program, the server, let me just make it. Make it clean, make. A bunch of warning, that's okay, I'm going to neglect that. And I'm going to run HW5 server. Okay, so I'm running the server, but before I run the server, I want to tell you there is a directory you should take a look. It's called JSON object. Right now, the directory is empty. So I'm going to run this. Imagine when I run this, I'm actually running on that machine, which I already start running on through Eamon's window. Now his computer doesn't have internet access, not my computer. So, okay, I'm going to the client side. The client side, if I actually run HW5 client, I'm going to get an exception because I actually didn't connect to the network. I didn't connect to the YSD. So what I need to do, I need to modify my program HW5 client.cpp. I need to actually change this back to the local configuration. So you can see I have a 2-line. I create shadow person. This line is actually using the local link 127.00.1, 8384. And then this basically the object ID is your student ID. You're going to provide your student ID, your name. Looks like this. So once you get this program, you essentially, if you want to try it locally, you use this line, which is 127.0.0.1 is actually connecting to your own machine. But if you want to connect to the YSD UC Davis, then you need to use this line, 10.42.0.1, 8384, which is the IP address of this machine here, and then with your student ID and with your name. Okay, so right now I just want to demonstrate using the local machine. Okay, you can see it's very simple. I just create a shadow person, and then I basically just call me.dump to JSON. Okay, I just call me.dump to JSON, and then you can see what will happen. So I change this. Okay, I'm done. And then now I'm actually going to run. Okay, now you can see that because this is the first time when I run this on the server. So I'm actually putting my name and my student ID to just imagine it's a local machine. So now let's go back to the server side. If I, hold on, let me create another window from the server side. If I go to the JSON object, now you see that I have an entry. This entry is basically saying that I create this file with the student ID number, with a name, and the time when I actually make that call, register as a student. So that's how I'm going to grade you about whether you have this participation, because I just check my local file server to see if your student ID, your name, I mean, mostly student ID. You can call yourself whatever, but the student ID need to be correct, okay? And then let's actually take a look what it is. It's essentially a person. So basically, whenever you use this program, I create a person for you on the map using the data structure I taught yesterday, STD map, which I will show you. So if you look at this file, it's essentially the student ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then home, this is actually whatever, I make it up. This is a Tesero's GPS location. And this location is actually location here, TLC 1010. That's how I figure out. And then name is Felix Wu, and since when the entry was actually created at this time. That's the time when I create this on this entry. Okay, so if I actually submit again, see, the first time I submit, sorry, this is this window. You see, first time I submit, it's actually give me a new student. Why is that? Because it will check on the map. Remember, what's a map? I use the key. What's the key? Your student ID number. I'm actually looking at the student ID number. Let me actually take a look at this code, HW5 server.cpp. Just want to show you, remind you about what we talked about. So this is dumped to JSON, and I will check whether the class ID is equal to person, because I'm expecting you submit something which is a person, shadow person is a person, by the way. And then you can see what I did is I use person map. I create something called person map. I use person map using the object ID, which is your student ID. If this is not equal to person map.n, meaning that I already have an entry for that student ID, then I basically just grab that person pointer, and then I just call person PTR dump to JSON, and then that's it. And then I return the result. On the other hand, if I never seen this student, you see, I just create a new object. I create a new person. I create a new person. The person pointer is new person, SSN, name and location, whatever. And then you see that this is how I insert to the map. Person underscore map, object ID, and then that's equal to the person pointer. And then that's it. And then this part of the code, I just write it to the file. Okay, that's the piece of code. You can take a look and see what happens. So that's the first time. So now let me try to run this again. The first time it's a new registration. The second time it actually realized, oh, wait a minute, I don't need to create. What the program did is that it will retrieve the copy it already retrieved, it already have, and then send back to you. That's why the client through the dump J is going to get the real dump J. and then with all the person file, which is show up here. Okay, so that's basically what you need to do. Of course, a few things you need to do before this happens. First, you should try to get your JSON RPC CPP installed. Second, you need to get this piece of code, at least for the client side, on your machine so you can compile successfully. If you cannot compile successfully, that's usually either you have it installed or your make file needs some tweak. That's why today we want to help you and try to make sure that your make file is done, your installation is done, so you can at least get it compiled. And the third thing, once you've done that, then you go to the HW5 client.cpp, which is the program here, and just change this line, shadow person me. Either you change the IP address, because in the real mode, when you want to register a participation credit, you have to actually use 10.42.01.8384. But you want the local testing, you can actually use this line. That's okay. And then when you run this program, you will, of course, you need to actually connect yourself, the Wi-Fi network, to UC Davis, which I realized just now is kind of tricky because you cannot do it, I cannot do it, but he can do it. I don't know. I mean, if it just let you know that if we cannot do it, we just all use Eamon's computer to do it. And each one of you pay him $1, okay, Bitcoin, okay, pay him $1 Bitcoin. That will be, it's not much, right? Just $1 Bitcoin, you will be happy. Okay. Well, one Bitcoin, only one Bitcoin, okay? Not a fraction of point, one Bitcoin.
It's only $16,000.
Yeah.
What
Well, don't worry, he can control the market, the cryptocurrency. He will crash the currency. The currency market. YSD or yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we will use your computer. Amen. Okay. Yeah, one Bitcoin. All right, for each connection. All right. All right. So now I'm going to yeah.
I can't connect to the internet if I want to download the code, right?
Yeah. Okay. Don't one thing I actually need to do, I realized I didn't do it, is I have to upload everything to the so let's not try to connect to YSD first. Let's try to download the program, install the JSON RPC. But I need to do this. I need to actually upload to GitHub. I forgot to upload the latest version. Let me go to GitHub. And inside GitHub, I have to actually create a new repository. I will call this YSD, okay? Let's call the YSD. It's a public create repository. Okay, everything sounds great. And then I say upload existing file. Now I go to my directory that's here. Let me actually kill this. I want to do make clean first. Okay, I have everything here. This is under YSD ecs36b, so I will go here. Go to document, go there. Yeah, see, I have my directory is getting more and more complicated. Programming class, okay, YSD, okay, here. I got everything here. And now I can just drag everything here. It should take a very short amount of time. We'll get there. I mean, it's pretty similar to what you have on Monday. Okay, I think I'm done. Commit changes. Okay, it's actually under this link. Let me actually, can you actually see that? Just say github.com sfelixwu/ysd. And then that's every single file over there. And then you should download and try to compile.
I'll have to disconnect from the download.
Give me 1 second. Don't disconnect. I want to do one thing before I get to you. I want to install me see. Yeah, disconnect. That's fine. Yeah, disconnect. Okay. I have a different idea actually. Let me actually try to see if this will work. I want to use the edu roam for you to directly connect to my local machine here. And what? What do you mean by NG rock? Okay, can I just use my IP address here? 168.150.2.169. Let me see if this IP address works, because that looks to me is actually my IP address right now. Let me try to compile it.
It says, did not connect.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you try to connect? No, I can connect. What program do you try to connect? No, don't open the terminal. Directly run the client program.
Yeah, I'm running the client, but I'm running. Like,
Okay, so you're using HW55. Okay, it cannot connect. Okay, all right. So what's your suggestion? You say. Right. If you are on Eudora, you might be able to connect me using my IP address, which is the line become 168.150.2.169. If you can try to do that, I want to offer like whoever can actually send it successfully. Yeah.
Wait, I used that 1042. I see the right one. Did it come through?
Yeah, because the server is the UC Davis, the Raspberry Pi is down. Okay, so let's actually don't worry about network. I will see what's the best way to actually. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to just connect after I shut off the Zoom. I will do that from my computer. But I want first thing is make sure that everybody get JSON RPC. If you have your laptop here, get JSON RPC installed. Anybody have any question? Let me actually turn off the recording. We don't need recording now.